Hello peeps, welcome to Sundays with Sparky. How's it going? Are you flowing? I'm not really sure what that was all about. I'm going to stop leaning on the desk because it makes the camera wobble. I established that last week and I forgot to not do it again. How's it going? Have you had a good week? I hope you have. The weather here in the UK has been pretty good the last few days. Hopefully it's going to continue because it's nice weather and I like not having to have a coat on every time I go outside. So yeah, movies. I went to the cinema again this week. Yes, again. Third week in a row. It's going to come to an end next week though. Well, maybe. Yes, I went to the cinema and I went to see Edge of Tomorrow, Tom Cruise and is it Emily Blunt? Is that? I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm really sorry. Yes, it is Emily Blunt. Tom Cruise, Emily Blunt. They are in it, and Bill Paxman. Is it Bill Paxman? Terrible. Bill Paxton, not Paxman. Paxton and Brendan Gleeson. Yeah. It was good. It was good. It was. People kept saying, "Oh, it's like Groundhog Day." It's not really. It's more like Source Code than it is Groundhog Day, because Source Code is kind of like a similar sort of thing, but not quite. Groundhog Day, he would go to bed and he'd wake up and it would be the same day. Whereas Edge of Tomorrow and Source Code, he dies and then it becomes a new day. Well, it doesn't even become a new day, he just wakes up at the same spot in Edge of Tomorrow. And it just starts his day over. So it's kind of cool. I kind of liked that idea of that and how that works. And the story was pretty good, and Emily Blunt looked amazing. Like, she'd obviously been working out a lot and she looked like she was in really good physical condition. She looked like she could handle herself. Whereas normally when I see her in stuff before, she just looks like a fairly average woman, but she looked like she was pretty badass in this movie, and I appreciate the fact that she's probably been training hard to get in shape, because she's supposed to be like one of the soldier that everyone looks up to, and yeah. So anyway, it's about alien invasion and killing off aliens and stuff like that, and yeah, it was great. The only thing I wasn't too sure about was the ending. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but I was with the movie the whole way through, and then the ending just kind of left me a bit. Oh, that's the end. Oh, okay. Didn't really have much of a climax. It had a climax, but then it kind of just went with it. So I don't know what they could have done to make that better, but it wasn't as good as it could have been. But check it out. The other movie I watched this week was The World's End. Sounded a bit like Deckard Cain from Diablo then. The World's End with Simon Pegg and Nick Frost and Diablo. It's not Diablo. Yes, it's a movie about some old friends going on a pub crawl that they did when they were in their teenagers years in their hometown, and they kind of have a reunion and they do this tour pub crawl thing, and things go a bit weird. It's the last of their Cornetto trilogy. For Nick Frost and Simon Pegg and Edgar Wright. Hopefully they'll continue working together and on projects in the future, because that would be fantastic. But I think this was because they did Shaun of the Dead because they wanted to do a zombie movie, and they did Hot Fuzz because they wanted to do like a police cops and robbers cop movie thing, and then this was their sci-fi style movie. I think I'm almost certain I overheard them talking in like an interview or something, saying that, not overheard, but I heard them saying that they were thinking about doing a western. I don't know how true that is because, you know, they're funny guys and they like to make jokes, so who knows. But I love watching these guys. I mean, I was a big fan of Spaced when that was on the telly, and I must have watched those shows on DVD so many times. What else do I want to talk about? Oh, I wanted to talk about it briefly, just because it's kind of close to my heart, but I don't want to talk about it too much because it upsets me. One of my heroes passed away not too long ago. Rick Mayall. I don't know, you probably have heard about it. It's been all over the internet, Facebook and all sorts. I kind of grew up watching that guy doing what he does and what he did, and I kind of based my entire sense of humour off of him for a long time. So it's quite a big chunk of my life, I suppose. I was going to say childhood, but it's not just my childhood, it's been throughout. I managed to have the pleasure and fortune to go and see one of the Bottom live shows that they did, him and Ade Edmondson. Where was it? It was in Brighton? I think it was in Brighton. Or was it Bournemouth? Somewhere beginning with B that was on the coast. I can't remember which. And that was fantastic. That was so good. And it's better for the fact that, you know, I've met people who I would otherwise just be acquaintances with that have also enjoyed his comedy and his humour, and so that automatically bonds us together because, you know, we're just reciting lines back and forth the whole time. And I don't think we're likely to get anyone quite like him for a very long time. He is very much missed. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about it anymore because I'll get upset. So, video games. This week, there was only 2 games that I put out on my channel. Trouble in Terrorist Town and Saints Row. I didn't manage to get a Hearthstone one out because I had so much TTT to render and edit from the previous recording session I had that I just couldn't physically record anything. So I couldn't get a Hearthstone video out. Plus, my Hearthstone playing wasn't very good anyway, so I wasn't really feeling most confident. So there was 2 TTT videos that came out this week, and a Saints Row 4 with Suki, because Saints Row 4 with Suki is always fun. We're beginning to get towards the end. I think we're only going to have a few more episodes left of Saints Row 4, because we're getting pretty close to the end. So I uploaded episode 39 on Friday. Suki will be uploading episode 40 at some point within the next 4 or 5 days. I never know. It used to be a Wednesday, but sometimes it's a Friday and sometimes it's whenever. So yeah, I think she'll probably put that up on Wednesday. We need to record some more, so I mean, we've been trying to think and trying to rack our brains of what we can possibly do next once Saints Row 4 is over. And I don't know what we can do next. If you've got any ideas or suggestions, anything that you'd like to see me and Suki play together, something co-op, then feel free to either leave a comment on this video or send me a tweet saying, hey, you guys should play this game, without all the blah 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 in there. Because I'd be like, what are these people talking about? They're crazy. Steam sales are on, and I didn't think I was going to actually buy anything, but I have. I can't remember what, but I have. I know Papers, Please was one of them. But yeah, I don't know what else. Stuff. Probably games I will never play. Because that's what the Steam sales are for. They're for buying games you'll never play. But that's why I'm playing Assassin's Creed, because I'm slowly working my way through my Steam library. Okay, so that was that. There will be a Hearthstone video this week. I've already got a deck lined up that I've been playing, and it's a whole bunch of fun. I've been doing pretty well with it already, and it's another mage deck, so sorry about that. But you know, I find decks that I like and that I can win with fairly quickly without having to sit down and learn all the combos and stuff. So yeah, Game of Thrones is finished for this season. Excuse me. Yes, Game of Thrones is finished for this season, and it makes me a sad panda, because I love that show. And now I've got to wait a whole year to watch it again and find out what happens. I can wait. I've done it before. I can do it again. So that's everything, I think, for this week. I'm hoping to bring you some new stuff in the very near future. I've got things lined up, but they won't be till mid-July, I guess. But we'll see. And next week there will be videos of my recent live stream that I did on Twitch. When was that? It was a few days ago. I fancied doing a live stream, so I did a live stream. It was only about an hour or so, but I've taken that hour's footage and split it into 3. I'll put that up as like bonus stuff, so they'll go out on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, as well as the normal stuff too. Good. Okay, I'm gonna go because I've got to edit this and then upload it as well, and it's already almost 4 o'clock. Oh my god. So I don't know what that was. I'm sorry about that. I'm just rambling now, so I'm gonna go. Thanks very much for watching. I will see you again next week. Stay tuned for more shenanigans and silliness and fun and frolics and other alliteration type words. And see you next time. Bye bye.